Today I am sharing everything I packed for a 3-week trip to Norway in the wintertime. Think bulky winter gear. Well, let's go. Starting with luggage, I'm going with my tried and true bag for this trip. The Eagle Creek Switchback 22 that is technically a carry-on, but that I will be checking. Now let's fill it up, starting with shoes. We're going to begin with these Sorel waterproof boots. Loved them, thought they were great, highly recommend. I also packed these Ariats that are slip-ons and waterproof. They too were great, especially for travel days. And of course a shoe bag. Don't travel without a shoe bag. Now, for socks, I might have been a little overambitious. I packed these travel socks and these compression socks and these little slippers. And then I got some socks on the airplane. And then, of course, I packed some wool socks because it's cold and some more wool socks. And then at the last minute, I packed some more wool socks and I really didn't need that many wool socks. So this would have been a better packing job. Okay, moving on to pants. I got myself a pair of fleece-lined waterproof pants. They were great, especially when combined with a base layer. I also had joggers, mostly for travel days, and some tights that I hardly ever wore, and my wool leggings, which were the star of the show. Did all right with these. As far as shirts go, I needed a travel shirt, obviously, and a sweatshirt, mostly for travel days. Fleece, very important out there, and a base layer, of course. And then I mostly just wore these flannel shirts that were long and kept me warm and were actually kind of perfect. Okay, the most important thing was the coat. I got an Eddie Bauer, rest in peace Eddie Bauer, long, waterproof, windproof, really cute coat. But the best part, it had a liner. That liner I could take in or out depending on how cold I was. Really liked this jacket a lot and it kept me very warm in Norway. Would highly recommend. You're also going to need a swimsuit, particularly if you jump in the Arctic like we did. Pajamas, underwear, bras, all the necessities. Not much fun to pack. All right, moving on to outerwear. You're going to need a scarf and a hat. And I brought this nice ear warmer, which I'm glad I did, and a buff. I did end up wearing all of this. I overestimated the gloves. I've got the warm ones here and then the cashmere ones here. And I could have stopped there, but I threw these liners in and I really didn't actually need those liners. So I would not pack those next time and just stick with this array right here. All this bulky stuff has to get packed somehow, so I did use a couple compression bags. And then I actually tried something new this time, and it was one of those compression stuff sack things. This was great. I could actually get my whole coat into this thing. I ended up putting a bunch of souvenirs in this as well coming back, and I will definitely be traveling with one of these in the future. Highly recommend, particularly for bulky items. I also had some compression packing cubes. So between all of this, I got all those bulky items packed down tight and in my backpack, and I'm quite proud of that. I didn't end up using the hand warmers or the toe warmers that I packed, but I don't regret packing them, and the other peeps on my trip totally used them. Of course, I packed an umbrella, and I didn't use it. I love it when you don't have to use an umbrella on a trip. And then, of course, a shopping bag. You can't travel, especially to Europe, without a shopping bag. Packed a headlamp. Didn't end up needing it, but again, don't regret packing it. I packed some tiny ice cleats, and I only used them once, which was really silly. I should have worn them more than that, especially since they were so easy to pack and carry around. Laundry bag, of course. Carabiners, of course. Laundry sheets, since I'm doing laundry on this trip. And all of it fit into the wet bag. Moving on to liquid toiletries. Of course, you need the requisite bag. I packed some sunscreen, some face moisturizer, some deodorant, my favorite face oil from Plant Therapy, night cream, toner, perfume, hair stuff, nausea oil, eye drops, and hand sanitizer. Whew. And then, of course, we have the solids. In here, I have shampoo, face wash, and soap, all in this lovely tin. I also packed a razor, dry shampoo, powdered toothpaste, toothbrush, floss picks, a brush, of course, this little bottle, empty bottle for water for my hair, and then this little bag with tweezers, nail file, fingernail clippers, tiny, tiny, tiny first aid kit, sleeping pills, bandages, earplugs. You must pack earplugs, and an eye mask. Also, makeup, not a lot, but a little. Hair stuff, including a headband. It's mostly all I wear now. And a little pouch with jewelry. Okay, so now we need a carry-on slash day pack, and I have this I think it's a yoga bag, and the part where the yoga mat goes is a great place to carry my coat. It's roomy. I can carry this laptop that I have to put in it, and this horrible cord that I need to put in it. Also, tech. I have my little favorite tech pouch where I put an assortment of earplugs, cords, plugs and adapters, a power bank that you have to be super careful now, and this fun little tripod. All right, moving on to the most important pouch with snacks. Never forget the snacks. In this case, I also packed vitamins that I didn't use. When am I going to stop packing vitamins that I don't actually take? And I also have this cute little wallet that has a bunch of wipes. It's very handy when I travel. Tissues, of course, wipes, of course, an eye mask for that long plane ride. My favorite water bottle, it's tiny, but it's mighty, and it folds up to be real cute and fit in the bag. So this is why I love this water bottle, and you can fill it up in any sink. Okay, now for the purse. I picked this up in Chile, and it's great for something like this because it's waterproof. Even though it didn't rain, it was still really handy to have. Lip balm, necessity. Your lips are going to be so dry in Norway. Also, we have, of course, the passport, the wallet with cards and cash. Sunglasses, I did need these. It was plenty sunny. This cute little pouch where I keep things like my spork and ibuprofen and more earplugs, probably. And, of course, the leash that I take everywhere except on this trip. I didn't need it, didn't use it, so I could have left the leash at home. It's very safe in Norway. And yeah, that is everything. All the stuff I packed. Now, I brought home a lot more, but that's another video, another day. I hope you found this helpful. I hope you have a better idea of what you need to pack when you're in Norway. There is a link to my full packing list. If you have any questions, please reach out. And in the meantime, happy adventures.